Hey guys, it's IDW, and today, well, we've got a few things to talk about. Starting with, last time, remember we got this guy right here. First of all, I managed to finally rename it. I don't know what was up with it. Second of all, I've got so many diamonds now that we have enough for 9 diamond blocks, so might as well start storing our diamonds in that manner. But, yeah. Also, I got 2 wither skeleton skulls. I forget. Oh no, I got that before the last episode. Never mind, I thought I got those new as well. Anyways, let's start off our episode with enchanting. Need some lapis. As usual, I always forget to get that. So now let's go ahead and come up. Now this guy right here, I'm kind of looking for efficiency 4 on our books. We've got Smite 3 is actually pretty nice, because I want to have a Smite sword for getting Wither Skeleton Skulls eventually. Feather Falling 4, Power 2, or Protection 1. I'm kind of feeling like the Protection 1, even though, because I think we already have Feather Falling 4 on. Let me go check this quickly. By the way, I've got another 40 levels. Don't know if you noticed that. Yeah, we still already got Feather Falling 4. Oh, but the sun's starting to set. Great. Let's just do this one last enchantment then, and then go to sleep. So I guess I'm going to need a... I have a decent bow already, so I'm going to take the protection. Well, darn, just protection 1. I mean, it's level 1 enchant, but just hoping for something a bit better. Okay, so let's sleep and let's continue enchanting. Now, for this pickaxe, as I said earlier, there's 2 enchants that I'm looking for on these books. Unbreaking 2 would be nice, and Efficiency 4 is the other thing that I'm really... Oh, yes, I am taking that. Okay, we can put that on our boots now. Oh my gosh, yes. I remember how lucky I felt when I first got that. We've been getting really lucky in this world. Oh, yeah. Fire aspect. Awesome. Down to 33 levels now. Efficiency 2, it could be better, but there's a chance that's 3 or 4, which would be nice. Just efficiency 2, darn it. And now with our last level, we can take Fire Aspect 1, which we already have now. Protection or Sharpness. I'm going to go with the Sharpness. Alright. So that's going to be everything that we can enchant today. We should check what we've got here now. I'm probably going to take the Efficiency next episode, but yeah, I'll sort these out later. Anyways, the next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to take... Do we have any Unbreaking books? Unbreaking. Not sure we do. Alright. It appears we don't have any Unbreaking books. That's really unfortunate. So, I kind of want to combine our Silk Touch pick with the Unbreaking one and then start using this as a work pickaxe. We don't have Efficiency 5 yet, but I'm fully prepared to use this. But speaking of which, we're going to get back to building today. I don't know if you noticed all the diorite in my inventory, but that is the basic plan for today. Ooh, I just realized that I haven't pulled up my Blue Mosque reference image, but I guess I might as well. I should get some more polished diorite and normal diorite. Diorite, okay. So if we come in here, I've decided that I really hate these because, as you can see, I've added in better lighting, and I also reopened the hole in the roof. And the reason that I really hate these is, initially I was kind of building this design based off of my memories, and I remembered these things from the Blue Mosque. I'm not sure how, because they're really not part of it, but... the thing is that these things, I took them into account when I was putting the pillars in here, which I really should not have done, because it makes it so that the roof is off-centered. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put that back in there. And I should probably replace these with diorite, but I can do that later. And now we can come onto the roof and we can see the actual centering. So I'm not sure if you saw this from a distance, but up here I've kind of just done a little dashed line along the edges here to mark out where everything is. So as you can see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, okay, 15, 18 blocks wide this is. So that means that the middle should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these 2 blocks right here, is it? Let's see. So that's 3 blocks, and that's 2 blocks on this 1, and this should be 4, but it's 5. So that's 3, 2, so that's 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so this isn't actually the center. This right here is the center. So 3, 3, 6, 1, 5, 6. Okay. So that also shows you how off-center this is, because if this is the exact center right here, then yeah. So I guess the first step that we're going to need to do now is just move these over so that they are centered, and yeah, that's centered. So this one needs to be shifted 1 block over, which is simple enough. Really wish I had efficiency 5 and or a beacon. That's another thing we need to do right now, because we have like enough golds for like quite a few notch apples. So I've really been thinking about fighting the Wither yet, but recently. But in this world, I've kind of been into. I've kind of been trying to focus on building more than actually getting through the storyline of this game, because I've beaten the storyline so many times that I've lost count, and I'm really good at it at this point, and it's just kind of boring. So yeah, notice how we're building this and that, and we're not doing much serious enchanting. I don't have a mob grinder or anything. But yeah, that's enough ranting. It looks like I marked out the center on this side too. Good. So now we're just going to have to mark this out like this. And let's just dig this up. And we're going to be able to stand on this thing, thankfully. And then we're going to have to mine it out later. I guess we're going to do that and head back down. But I want to finish off doing this first. Alright, just the last row. And yeah. So, let's just talk about what's been going on recently. Because I have some good news. I fixed the bug that I was talking about a few episodes ago in the Redstone Computer series, and everything is finally, it seems to be working again and cooperating. So I'm really glad about that, because that was just completely blowing me out of my mind. And I don't even know what was going on, is the worst part. Because, like, I've fixed it, and I've found some other bugs that were semi-related to it, but I didn't actually fix the really crazy bug. It just stopped happening for some reason, and so I'm really worried about that. Otherwise, all the functions seem to be working properly. So, yeah, there's our little report on that, and I should stop just randomly running up and down. Because I now need to pull up the image that we have of the blue mosque so that I can work on the roof here. So I'll do that, and then I'll be back in a second. Alright, so here we go. This is a bit low quality, unfortunately, but we can clearly see that these are kind of heading up here. So I guess what I want to get started on is pillaring these things up. I think that, so we've got 1 step, 2 step. I'm going to make these because of the scale we're building at. I'm not sure how big they actually are, but I'm going to assume that's about 1 block, and then we've got to have the tiny domes at the end there, kind of like flying buttresses. So I guess what we're going to be doing is we're going to start off by just continuing these pillars up a few more blocks. How many blocks should we do this for? I think that's maybe 3 blocks, so 3, 4, 5. So 5 blocks above what we already have. So that's 3 right now. Actually, I feel like that's 4. No, it's 3. Interesting. 5. Okay, so let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I should have probably built it up like this, but whatever. So let's just do that up to 5. Good thing we... Oh, that's normal diorite. So then we come down here, break that. 1, 2, so that's 1, 2. Why can't I place those blocks? 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Should have gone up 2 so that I can do that. 4, 5. Perfect. So now with that out of the way, the other thing we're going to need to do is we want to have this... See, this area here isn't square. That's problematic. Am I dividing this perfectly into thirds? I'm not sure. But I can definitely tell, I've just realized that this really needs to be square. And I don't want to rebuild this. Well, there is issue number 1 with this entire building. I'm not sure how I'm going to fix this, but it looks like we're going to have a really squished version of this. I don't remember if I worked on this actual scale when I was building this, but clearly I didn't. So I said that that was 3 blocks, right? So let's look at this again. Yeah, so that's 1, 2. So I'm going to bring this out 2 blocks for each of these. And then we're going to... Okay, so like this, I assume? Yeah, it looks like that. And then we've got, like... We should get some prismarine for these domes up here. Let's take this. And let's come up like this. And the sun's setting, unfortunately. So this comes up like this, and we don't have to ignore how this... We can ignore how that's connected to that for now. Because we're going to be taking that down eventually. And that looks halfway decent. Again, it looks a little squished, but I don't think we're going to be able to avoid that at this point. So let's just repeat this design over here, and then sleep. So let's get rid of that shovel. We don't exactly need it right now. Keep going. Yeah, that's 2 blocks. Wanted to make sure that like that. What are we going to do here? I guess we're going to have to build it at half scale. Okay, fine. That's really unfortunate again. So let's come down here and sleep. I guess I might as well just start talking about Minecraft 1.9. Now, when this series started, we were still in 1.8 snapshots, and the reason that I was playing in those snapshots was because I wanted to build this mosque out of diorite, and yes, I was working on this mosque a year ago. That tells you how bad of a builder I am right now. But anyways, so the thing is, I wanted to build it out of diorite, but diorite hadn't been released yet, and I wanted to start the Let's Play world. But I had to have it be a 1.8 world, so I just ended up using the snapshots. This time around with 1.9, there is not as much of a rush for me personally to be using the snapshots, so I'm not sure that we're going to be using the snapshots. Additionally, a lot of the features are really controversial, so it's entirely likely that some of them are going to be taken out. But I'm really looking forward to it. I've played a bit around on the snapshots, and the end dungeons are really amazing. The thing I liked so much about the ocean monuments was that they were the first, like, 3D dungeon. There's not necessarily a parkour like there is in the Ender cities, but in them, it's still really three-dimensional, and I really like three-dimensional stuff, so I'm gonna fill these in now so that these are up to the same level as these things. But anyways, so that's my take on the Ender Cities. The loot you can get in them is utterly insane. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this, but oh my gosh. You get like brewing stands, you get beacons, you get 9 iron blocks from some of them. This should be normal diorite. It's really just, I'm really mind blown at really all the stuff that's in them. It's really amazing to be able to just watch this stuff be created. But anyways, enough blathering about that. I think it's about time we really discussed the big controversial thing in dual wielding. I'm not sure how I'm going to incorporate that into the way I play Minecraft. It's also important to note that you can still play Minecraft like you would without using your offhand. It's really convenient because I didn't actually realize until I just thought about it suddenly that I could dual wield in the snapshot, and I'm sure that's got something to do with the fact that, anyways, we finished this off. It's just really easy to not notice that new feature. So I hope that it's not going to be that controversial of an issue. But overall, I'm really liking what I'm seeing from 1.9. One of the things that I never really liked about Minecraft was how short the storyline is. And as I was saying before, I've never really been a builder, so I haven't had much experience. But the main games that I do have experience with storylines in is Pokemon, which generally have a lot longer storylines. Like a lot longer, but yeah, so I kind of want to see like a continuation even after these Ender Cities. I think they're really cool for the moment though, and again, one of the things I was super hyped about Ocean Monuments is that it was finally a place where you kind of actually wanted to use enchanted diamond armor and not risk dying for it if you're like doing a speed run, which is what I used to do, as I've said before. But yeah, it's another use for those. All the same, it's really easy to fall into the void, just like it is really easy to do when you're fighting the Ender Dragon. But considering you can get enchanted diamond gear from the fortresses, yeah, it's just completely insane. But yeah, that's my general take on the update. I'm, again, really looking forward to it, and I'm really looking forward to finishing this floor once we finish placing these few blocks. Let's look at this. I want to see what this looks like from a distance. We can ignore the dotted lines up there pretty easily. It's a bit hard to see. I kind of want to look at it from the front. Could be a bit short. I kind of feel like 3 blocks is a bit extreme, but it's a bit hard to see otherwise. I guess I'm going to go with that, though. I guess we need to like move on to the next stuff, because we need to get working on these domes in the corners here, and then these things along the sides. So I guess I'm going to do that now. So first thing to do is probably we're going to want to split these in 2. There is the center, and there is the center. So that means that, So that means that about here is where we're going to want the bottom of the dome to be, and we're going to want it to fit into this corner. We're also going to want to build it out of prismarine, so let's just start by just placing that in those spaces. This along here doesn't match up. No, it's shorter than it. I kind of feel like 2 blocks might be a bit short, and yeah. So let's try making this into 2 blocks up here instead of that. And then we can bring it up a bit more at the very top. So there's that 2, that 2, that 2, that 2. Okay, so now we need to come up to the top. And I'm just going to build the pillars up. These last, I guess we can go up 3, sure. 3 blocks up here. Let's just work on this corner for the moment. I can do the other ones off camera. But then, that's not really a dome, but whatever. So it looks like we're probably going to want to do something like that. Okay, that looks a bit better. Again, I really wish I hadn't messed up and squished this. So let's see how that looks from a distance. It's still not quite so visible, which I'm a bit annoyed with. I'm going to have to break up the straightness of these walls sometime, but I guess that's going to be for another time. Let's see. I guess the next thing I should do is just decide on what I want to do in here on camera. So we've got 2 layers of... Looks like we've got one thing coming across here that starts about there, right? So it looks like what we're going to do is we're just going to bring 1 block like this, and then we're going to bring, because you see that thing sticking out there, that's kind of what I'm mimicking here. So there's that. That's difficult to break, but whatever, we can just do that. And then that's that layer. So now we need a new layer like that. So we can just place those in there. And then we can do something like that, I guess. Don't think that's the greatest look, but this is really disappointing. I did not realize that this was so off-center. And at this point, I kind of want to leave it like this. I just don't want to rebuild it, considering how long it's taken me to get this far. This is, again, something I'm still learning. But now that I think of it, I think that's about high time we finished up this episode. I finished off this design, probably going to continue it onto these sides over here. This is going to be nice and a lot larger. So next time I should have everything fixed up, and then possibly we'll be able to work on these walls here. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.